What if having fewer friends isn't a social failure, but a psychological advantage? In a world obsessed with networking and popularity, we've been conditioned to believe that a full contact list is the ultimate sign of emotional health. We're told that if you're alone too often, something must be broken inside you. But modern psychology suggests something far more profound. The truth is, people who naturally gravitate towards solitude often share a specific cluster of uncommon psychological traits linked to cognitive autonomy, nervous system depth, and high internal standards. If social interaction drains you, if small talk feels like a mental tax, if you'd rather spend a weekend in deep focus than at a loud gathering, this isn't about being antisocial. It's about how your brain is actually wired. Let's break down the 5 psychological pillars of people who choose a smaller circle and what they reveal about your true potential. Pillar 1. High cognitive depth, the deep processor mind. One consistent pattern in solitary individuals is high-level cognitive depth. You don't process life at a surface frequency. While others hear words, you analyze tone, intention, and subtext. While others experience events, you reflect on their long-term meaning. For many, social interaction is light because they operate in the shallow end. But if your mind is built for the deep end, constant small talk feels mentally understimulating. It's exhausting, not because you dislike people, but because you crave meaningful exchange. You'd rather have one intense 2-hour dialogue about purpose or human nature than 10 casual chats about the weather or office gossip. In psychology, we call this intellectual selectivity. Your circle is small because depth is a rare currency.
Pillar 2. Sensory processing sensitivity, the high-definition nervous system. Some people thrive in chaotic, crowded rooms. Others feel overstimulated within minutes. This isn't a weakness, it's nervous system sensitivity. Research shows that solitary brains often process social stimuli more intensely. For you, noise is louder, conflict is heavier, and emotions are more vivid. Your system is like a high-definition camera. It captures every detail, but it overheats faster. Choosing solitude isn't about avoiding life, it's about nervous system regulation. It's your way of recalibrating your emotional maintenance. You aren't hiding from the world, you are protecting the quality of your inner peace. Pillar 3. The shift from quantity to sovereign connection. In Western culture, social success is measured by numbers, followers, group invites, and social proof. But psychologically mature individuals often undergo a shift from quantity to sovereign connection. You don't need a large crowd to feel significant because you possess high internal validation. Your sense of worth isn't a democracy. It doesn't depend on a majority vote from your peers. However, here is the nuance. High standards are healthy, but walls are not. Ask yourself, am I being selective or am I being guarded? Healthy solitude is a bridge to yourself. Unhealthy isolation is a fortress against others. The goal is to be selectively available, not emotionally unreachable.
Pillar 4. Adaptive trust calibration, the guard of your energy. Another pattern common in those with few friends is adaptive trust calibration. You've learned, through experience or intuition, that not everyone deserves access to your inner world. Maybe you faced betrayal, or perhaps you were the observer growing up. Over time, your brain prioritized self-reliance over blind openness. This is a sophisticated protection strategy. In a world of shallow likes, you understand that your energy is a finite resource. But remember, protection becomes a limitation if it's automatic. The strongest individuals are those who have the courage to lower their guard, but only for those who have earned the right to see what's behind it. Pillar 5. Self-concept clarity, the internal anchor. Many highly independent people don't feel a desperate need to belong because they are already internally grounded. This is known as self-concept clarity. You don't perform for approval. You don't shapeshift your personality to fit into different rooms. You don't trade your values for social trends. Because your identity isn't socially dependent, you can appear distant to those who rely on external validation to feel whole. The truth is, you aren't lonely when you're alone. You're simply in good company with yourself. Here is the truth most videos won't tell you. Having fewer friends isn't automatically a sign of genius, nor is it always a sign of trauma. It is context dependent. Solitude is a superpower when it's in alignment. It becomes a struggle when it's in avoidance. The real question isn't how many friends do I have? The better question is, am I living in alignment with how I am wired? If you feel peaceful when you're alone, you're not missing out. You're leaning into your nature. But if you feel anxious or disconnected, your solitude might be a signal that something inside needs healing. If this resonated with you, comment below. Which of these 5 pillars felt like a mirror to your own life? We explore the deep mechanics of human psychology every week. If you want to understand your mind on a deeper level, subscribe and join our community of deep thinkers. Because the more you understand yourself, the less you'll ever need the world to validate you. I'll see you in the next one.